Testosterone tip number 1, sleep. Sleep is a super easy way to increase your testosterone over the course of a week or 2 weeks. My name is Spencer, and I help men increase their mental health and boost their T. So let's get into it. Sleep is so important. Obviously, you've always heard get 8 hours of sleep, and this is so true. But does that mean get 8 hours in bed? Think about that. Most people's sleep efficiency is actually at 80%. So 8 hours of bed, if you do the math there, 80% of 8 hours is not 8 hours. So something that I've been doing recently to boost my T is being in bed, being in actual bed, longer than 8 hours. So if I do have this 80% sleep efficiency, or if it's even lower, I'm able to get closer to 8 hours than just being in bed. You get in bed at 10 and wake up at 6. You're not going to get 8 hours of deep sleep, of good sleep. You're going to maybe get 6 or 7 because you wake up in the middle of the night, or, you have very, very shallow sleep for 30 minutes, things like that. And you can actually go and get your sleep efficiency tested. You can get an Oura ring. There's a few other things you can do. I think you can get it on an Apple Watch. You can look for that on Amazon to see what your sleep efficiency is. Some people do have close to 100, but other people have closer to 60%. So it's all up to your own body, but that is something to know. Not a lot of people know that. So being in bed versus sleeping is a whole different thing. So if you think you're getting 8 hours of sleep because you're getting 8 hours in bed and that's helping you boost your T, you probably are completely wrong. Like I was completely wrong. So that's a huge thing too. And also, if you're a little younger, you might want to get even more hours of sleep. If you're still developing as a teen, if you're still like 14, 15, I would even recommend getting 9 or 10 hours of sleep because sleep is that important. The other thing, sleep. Yes, we don't want to get the 8 hours, but what's even more important on the totem pole than getting 8 hours is a perfect circadian rhythm, which means you are going to bed and waking up at the same exact time every single day. And when you're waking up, the first thing you do, aside from maybe drinking some water and going to the bathroom, you run outside and get some sun. That is so critical to developing your circadian rhythm. 2 minutes of sun, 5 minutes of sun, whatever you can do is better than nothing. And even if the sun isn't shining outside, if you can see light, that is still the sun. And please, for God's sake, do not stare at the sun. I hope that can go without being said, but I just want to say it anyway. I don't want to promote eye damage on this channel. So please do not stare at the sun. But there are some caveats here. Spencer, you may ask, okay, I'm going to set up my bedtime to be 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. But I want to go to a party on Friday night. So you had the whole week, you were perfect, your T's bumping up, you had a great week, you were going to bed at 10, waking up at 7 a.m., and then Friday rolls around and there's a party. It's going to last until 12 o'clock or 1 a.m. Go to the party, man. Please go to the party. Please have that life experience. Do not become a little bitch. Do not become a little guy who's like, actually, I cannot come to the party because my circadian rhythm will be off by 12%. No. Don't do that bullshit. Go to the party. But remember, you still have to wake up at 7 a.m. Most people will think, no, I should get my 8 hours of sleep, and if I'm going to bed at 1 a.m., I should wake up at 9. That's the logical thought, right? Okay, so if you do this, let's take this scenario. You come back home from a party at like 2 a.m. So you're going to wake up at like noon because you're going to be hungover and you're going to be tired. Okay, now you woke up at noon. Now this whole day is already messed up because you're waking up at a different time. Your body's not used to it. You go through the day a little more groggy, and then it gets to your 10 p.m. bedtime, which is the usual bedtime that you have. You're just not going to be tired. So then you're going to go to bed again at like maybe 12 or 11 p.m., and then it messes up the next day. So what you're going to do if you need to go to a party, and I still encourage, every once in a while you want to stay up and have fun, whatever it is. I still encourage you to wake up at the same time. Just thug it out for one day. You're going to be a little less tired, but your sleep has been so good the days before that it's not going to affect you as much as you think, because sleep is actually your body and how you feel is actually dependent partially on previous nights of sleep, not just the last night. So if you've had good sleep before then, thugging it out for one day of getting like 4 hours of sleep is not the worst thing in the world. What's worse is actually sleeping in and then messing up your circadian rhythm for the days in advance. So this is a quick lesson on sleep. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and feel free to leave a subscription as well. Leave a sub, click that sub button and become a subscriber, because this channel will be helping young men with mental health and boosting testosterone, and you can follow along with my journey of boosting testosterone from 256 nanograms per deciliter, and I'm going to triple that in 3 months. So if you want to follow my journey, subscribe, and if you do subscribe, other people will be, the algorithm will, send other people my way, and I think this is a good message that I want other people to hear, and I want people to be able to boost their testosterone naturally as well, and to increase their mental health. That's all for today. Thank you for listening. Get bored.